Hi everyone, and welcome to my vlog number 12. First of all, before I begin anything, I would just like to tell everybody that I'm really sorry for the delay on this vlog. I know I was supposed to have one up last week, but last week my father was home all week on his little vacation, so with him around there was absolutely no chance for me to do a vlog. Anyway, rest assured things should be back to normal this week, at least for a while. Anyway, what I'm going to talk about today is my feelings on surgery. And before I begin, I would just like to say that I hope this is as good as my other vlogs. I mean, I know I have absolutely no personal experience on surgery. Closest thing I've gotten to surgery is having my wisdom teeth, pretty much cut out of my jaw. But I wasn't put under for that, so it really wasn't surgery. But anyway, the thing about surgery for, transgendered people is you always have two things to consider. You have, on one hand, the SRS itself, and on the other hand, FFS, the facial feminization surgery. So you have to consider both of those things before you can really do anything. And I know there are some girls out there that pretty much opt not to have the SRS for various reasons. It could be financial or family or moral or religious, whatever it is. But with me it's a little bit different. I have to do it. I mean, I quote something that I once wrote in a short story. I hate anything about me that's male, and there is nothing on me that's more male than my, you know what I mean? Don't really want to say the word, but you get my drift. And as I stated before, I want to get it just for me. It's not for anybody else. I want to have it so I can look in the mirror completely naked and see nothing but a girl in the mirror. I mean, nothing else. And if you have that, that's obviously not going to work. I mean, I know that not a lot of people are going to see me down there. I mean, that's pretty obvious. So it has nothing to do with passing. I mean, no one's going to judge you by that. And it has nothing to do with sex either, because I'm not interested in sex. I mean, I consider myself borderline asexual. I mean, since I do have a slight attraction to males, it's not really anything major. I mean, I'm not out there looking for it like some people are, and I'm not, I don't have, as a lot of guys say, needs. I just can take it or leave it. Though I haven't really thought a lot about where I'm going to get it done or who's going to do it and all that. I mean, I just know that I want to get it done in the United States. I mean, I know I have the money sitting in the bank right this minute to get it done in Thailand. But, and someone said, well, why not? Why don't you go to Thailand? You got the money, right? It's like, well, yeah, but I want my surgeon's first language to be English, the primary language. I mean, that way I know for sure when I say, he or she, whoever does it, I know he will understand when I tell him, if you screw me up down there, I will kill you. Just so he knows. Obviously I'm not really going to kill him, but, I will be pretty upset. There's not going to be any of this going on, so anyway, I just don't want to end up like that girl I saw on Howard Stern. She had absolutely no feeling down there at all. I mean, she stabbed it with a fork once just so she could try and feel something, and I don't want to end up like that. I mean, even though sex has absolutely no meaning to me, if the opportunity arises to have sex, and I do, I would like to feel it. And there's also the concern with, like, public showering and stuff. I mean, I'll probably frequent a public gym when I, kind of get older and settle down in a place for a while. And, because I like to keep in shape, but, you're not going to be able to really shower in a girl's shower room with, some extra equipment or, whatever. I'm not really gonna say those words because I really don't like to say them. Anyway, facial feminization surgery is another thing to consider. I mean, I've seen people that undergo this procedure and they walk out looking so different you could almost believe it was a different person. And I don't really want anything that extreme. I mean, there's only a couple things about my face I really don't like. I mean, I would like a nose job, and I would like a little work done on my forehead. You know, I've never really liked my nose. I think it's too plump. You know, it's kind of rounded on the end, and I'd like it to come to a nice little feminine point. And since it was broken, it's been a lot worse because, you know, I got a little bump. I'm not sure if you can actually see, but there's a little bump right in the center because it was broken in a Taekwondo tournament, and, you know, when bones mend, there's always a little calcium deposit there, calcium buildup while it's mending, so I got that, and that bothers me. I don't really like my forehead either. I mean, I have the classic male forehead. I mean, it's, you know, guys usually have a more prominent brow ridge and kind of a sloping back forehead, while women usually don't have any brow ridge at all and have more of a rounded forehead. And, you know, that's pretty much why I keep my forehead covered all the time. Not just because, you know, I like bangs, but just because bangs hide my forehead. Don't want to show my forehead? Yay. Anyway, that isn't that much. I mean, I pretty much am okay with my cheekbones. They're a little bit higher than most guys were, so that's okay. And I don't mind my chin. It's kind of the nice pointed feminine chin. And my jawline is okay. It's got the nice gentle curve. It's not very angular, so that's all right. And so far as cost-wise, it shouldn't be too bad. And plus, you know, I'll still be able to stand next to a radiator and not have to worry about melting. So that's good. You know, I know a lot of people out there would claim that, oh, you look fine. You don't need any, you know, face surgery. You're totally perfect the way you are. And that may be true, but there was nothing wrong about my male name either, and I went and changed that too, because I really wasn't digging that much. I mean, since facial surgery is usually a big part of transition anyway, and there are a few things that I'd like to change, why the heck not, right? Anyway, I would just like to get it done and get on with my life and not have this, you know, transition hanging over my head in any aspect of my life. It's like my dad once told me. He's like, I wish if you were going to do it, you would just go and get it done. And, you know, stop driving us crazy with this whole transition thing. I mean, you're always hovering in between. You know, go one way or the other. And, yeah, that would be great. And, as I say, the sooner the better. But that's the biggest problem with being young. You just don't have the money right offhand to do things like that. And you don't have the resources available to get the money. But I guess there's some older people that probably have the same problem with the money. I mean, it's not just a young thing. It's kind of across the board. It's never enough money to go around. Anyway, before I can even be considered for surgery, I have to do the RLT, you know, the real life test, for 1 full year, and that pretty much means going full time. And before I can do that, I have to move away from here because my parents would not allow that one bit. And I want to move away anyway, so first things first, as they say. Anyway, just in closing here, before I go, I would like to say again how sorry I am for the delay. Still, when I'm living at home and it's rent-free, I kind of feel obligated to help my dad with his little projects that he does, so. But that's the way it goes, I guess. Anyway, that's all I have for now, and I will see everybody next week. Take care. Bye-bye.